Hi, Zena. Just looking through your portfolio, and I'm just going to start on the homepage. So, starting with the homepage, I really like your colors. I love your layout. Your portfolio looks perfect. I'm just going to start with the about portfolio and contact me buttons that you use to like direct your viewers to like different pages. So, only thing I would say about that is that it's just kind of double. I would just say it's kind of, I don't want to use the wrong words, but I would just say if you're going to have this, I would just leave it in the menu part, and I wouldn't even bother putting it on like your main page. I would just either go straight into Hi, my name is Zena and like NC Ray's filmmaker and storyteller, and let that be like my opening page. And then just moving on to your portfolio, everything looks perfect with your portfolio. With the welcome to my portfolio, here you'll find a section of my work, explore my projects to learn more about what I do. I would just say just small grammatical errors that you can just go through and just like polish up. That's perfectly fine. You could just go back in at any time and do that. You have 3 to 6 works up there. That's what was highlighted in the project. Now moving on to your back your portfolio page. You could expand this by putting your bios on each of your works, because I think that was one thing that you were missing. And then going to your about page. Um, Everything looked really good. For your picture though, I would say that the picture looks fine. I would just use a picture that has a less noisy background, and so just something with nothing in the background, and going to like your 2 paragraphs or your 2 to 3 paragraphs. I know you have like the first part just introducing who you are, and then the second part is just a little story about yourself. I would just condense the two and put them both into one section, just so that way it's less space that the viewer has to actually go through and read, and then it just attracts their eyes to one main focal point on that page. So I just feel like it's good. I just feel like that would condense it just a little bit more. And then going to your contact page, everything looks fine. Your email, I would just change it from the student email over to like a personal email, just so that way people can actually find you. Because I think the student email we get that until like the end of our, I think it ends like after graduation. So I would just put something there just as more concrete, just so people can actually reach out to you. But the form is there, everything looks perfectly fine. And then on your footer, you have 2025, and then you have your name up there, which is perfect. Um, what struck me about your portfolio is how organized it was. I really was impressed at how well put together each page was and how thorough you were in each section. And on your about page, I was just trying to see what you were actually trying to highlight by creating 2 different sections. But like I said, as long as you just I feel like if you condense it and give readers that focal point, I feel like that would actually like just push it over the top. My only suggestion would be to change your picture in your about page to something with a less noisy background, and also switching your email to your business or personal email instead of using your student email. And moving forward, just keep putting your work up there. Everything else looks perfect. And that's all. Those are all the notes that I have for you. It looks amazing.